instead of 5, half an hour later. I will be busy with another class. So only tomorrow. Class will be half an hour late. I'll announce it again. So we are reading from Nectar of Devotion. In the first chapter, there are the symptoms, characteristics of pure devotional service. One of the most important is Shudurlabha. Love means achieve. Durlabh, very difficult to achieve. Shudurlabh means very, very difficult to achieve. Shudurlabh. As Bhakti is feminine gender, that is Labha. Labha, Labha, Durlabha, Shudurlabh. So English is rareness of pure devotional service. Pure devotional service is not so easy. In the preliminary phase of spiritual life, there are different kinds of austerities, penances, and similar processes for attaining self-realization. However, even executor of these processes is without any material desire, he still cannot achieve devotional service. Yeah, if this without any tinge of material desire, no material desire, still it is very difficult to get devotional service. So what do you want then? Actually, without any material desire, there is zero. Material desire minus. And desire for serving Krishna is a plus. So staying in the jail is minus. Just coming out from the jail is zero. And engaging the service of the king, that is plus. So without any material desire, he is good. But he still cannot achieve devotional service. Devotional service without love. You may have so moralist. You have no material desire. But if there is no love for Krishna, that is not considered as pure devotional service. And aspiring by oneself alone to achieve devotional service is also not very hopeful, because Krishna does not agree to our devotional service to merely anyone. Now, if there is no material desire, without any material desire, still difficult. Okay, not only material desire, no material desire, and one also want to achieve devotional service, still it's difficult. Why? I be a girl. You want to marry a king. Is it possible? He can get married. So if one want to get devotional service, it is not that he will get devotion. So no. And aspiring with oneself alone. In alone, what is it? Alone. Aspiring by oneself alone. Aspiring is good, but alone aspiring is not enough. Very powerful, but alone. Aspiring is must with you. But if aspiring alone to achieve devotion is also not very helpful, because Krishna does not agree to our devotional service. Merely to any. Very powerful. Every sentence. Krishna can easily offer a person material happiness or even liberation, but does not agree very easily to our personal engagement in this devotional service. Three types of things: material happiness, karma; liberation, gyan; and third one, bhakti. So for Krishna, giving material happiness, liberation is not difficult. Just imagine. If we go someone, Krishna, oh Krishna, I want this. It's very difficult to give for Krishna. Yes. If I say, oh Krishna, give me liberation, it's difficult. But if you say, Krishna, I want to become your mother, Can you say, okay, then if you mother, then immediately mother will take on and rope and will tie in and bind in the pillar. Mother has that right. It's just so how Krishna can easily get that type of thing? Devotional service can in fact get it only through the mercy of the pure devotee. The Chaitanya Charitamrita say, what is this verse? By the mercy of the spiritual master, who is a pure devotee, and by the mercy of Krishna, one can achieve the platform of devotional service. There is no other. Chaitanya Charitamrita said, Brahmanda Brahmite kono bhagyavanji, Guru Krishna Prasade paye bhakti lata. Guru Krishna Prasad, by the mercy of Guru Krishna. Own endeavor is not happy. That is why Prabhupada has told this word. This alone, oneself alone, aspiring oneself alone is not happy. Here needs mercy of the spiritual master. And Prabhupada is giving another stage. There is no other. Krishna Shetamar, Krishna Ditapar. Krishna is the property of Guru. So only he can give. How do we sing? Sri Guru Charana Padma Keval Bhagavati Keval. Keval only. Sri Guru is what's so powerful. Sri Guru Charana Padma Keval Bhagavati Shadma. Bhagavati Shadma, shelter of bhakti, only in Guru's lotus feet. Whatever you try, anywhere you will not get. You want to get bhakti, only in lotus feet of Gurudev. So the rarity of devotional service is also confirmed in Tantra Shastra. Our Lord Shiva says to Shati, my dear Shati, if one is a very fine philosopher, analyzing the different processes of knowledge, he can achieve liberation from the material entanglement by performance of ritualistic sacrifices recommended in the Vedas. One can be elevated to the platform of pious activities and thereby enjoying the material comforts of life to the fullest extent. But all such endeavors can hardly offer anyone devotional service to them. Not even tries for by such processes for many thousands of lives. Or Bhagavad Gita said, Bahunang Janmanang Gyanavan Pampa. Bahunang Janmanang, after many births, Gyanavam, only Gyani, no discussion of Kurmis. Gyani, to understand Krishna is God, it takes many millions of Bahunang Janmanang. And one understands Krishna is the God, then we understand Krishna is God means serve him. So after that is service. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is also confirmed by Prahlad Maharaj that merely by personal efforts or by the instructions of higher authorities, one cannot attain to the stage of devotional service. One must become blessed by the dust of the lotus feet of a pure devotee, who is completely freed from the contamination of material desires. The 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th chapter, 18th verse, Narada also says to Yudhishthira, my dear, it is Lord Krishna, known as Mukunda, who is the eternal protector of the Pandavas and the Yadus. He is also your spiritual master and instructor in every respect. He is only worshipable God for you. He is very dear and affectionate. And he is the director of all your activities. both individual and family. And what's more, sometimes carries out your orders as if you are your messenger. My dear king, how very fortunate you are, because for others, all these favors given to you by the Supreme Lord would not even be dreamt of. The purpose with this verse is that the Lord easily offers liberation, but rarely agrees to offer a soul devotional service. Because by devotional service, the Lord himself becomes possessed by the devotee. The happiness of becoming one with the Supreme is next one. So, here, a rarity of devotional service, you may give so many different quotes, examples. But better, you can give other. What previous acharyas has given, there is some potency. So if you want to explain the reality of devotional service, you can quote thousands of verses. There is there. But don't forget whatever Srila Prabhupada and Rup Goswami has mentioned. Our sometimes mentality to bypass spiritual previous acharyas. Oh, I know better than me. Only Prabhupada has given 3 examples. Brahmanda Bhumitakana Bhagavanji, Shoti Tuti Tantra Shastra, and Judhishthira Maharaj. Solely, I know many. Yes, this is by mercy of Guru you can know. But don't forget these 3 things. So when we quote something, we can give a share of personal realization also, give a story also. But we should not forget what is written in the scripture and quoted by previous acharyas. There is potency. There is mercy of the previous acharyas. Just imagine, you are a father. Your son is in, what example you give, your son gives every time you're that example. Your son can give other example. But he likes your example so much, you only give that example. How much you will be pleased to him. You can give so many examples, but only quote the previous acharyas in scripture. They how much will be happy to you. They'll see why. How much respect he has for me. So here is this the rarity of devotional service. So we cover 4. First one, Kleshagni. Second one, Shubhoda. Third one, Chandrananda Visheshatva. Fourth one, rarity, Shudurlava. Now, the happiness becoming one with the Supreme. Moksha Laghutakrit. Fifth, Moksha Laghutakrit. The happiness of moksha is insignificant. But the third one was Chandrananda Visheshatva. Is the devotional service is beyond everything. They are also compared that pure devotional, the joy of bliss of pure devotional service is far better than liberation. So that point at this point almost similar. Don't misunderstand me. So in that point, actually, here in this serial third point, the maximum is explained. Now, Prabhupada has given short explanation. The happiness of becoming one with the Supreme. Srila Rupa Goswami says that if Brahmananda or happiness of becoming one with the Supreme is multiplied by 1 trillion fold, still it cannot be compared with an atomic fraction of happiness derived from the ocean of devotional service. So now you may say, oh, how it is possible? It's an exaggeration. If you multiply the joy of joy of liberation. Trillion times, many fold. Still you cannot compare it. It is exaggeration. Is it exaggeration? So if you give me donate a cow, and I give you a trillion mosquitoes, will be equal. We cannot compare. And what happiness, material world we can give? Okay, material happiness and eternal happiness. Is there any comparison with material happiness? And if you extend material happiness trillions of times, but it is material happiness. One day, what is that? One day will finish. What is the use of that? One day finish. But spiritual happiness, no end. That is why don't anytime give any chance in the mind that it is exaggeration. Never, it will commit offense. Here saying is Brahmananda or liberation, happiness of liberation, becoming with the Supreme, is multiplied by 1 trillion fold. What is it, trillion? Trillion? One is 10 to the power 3 is 1000. 10 to the power 3 is million. Then 10 to the power 3 is billion. 10 to the power 3. So then how many millions? Million, billion after. So multiply, that means you can say it is unlimitedly, you can. Still it cannot be compared with an atomic fraction of the happiness derived from the ocean of devotional service. Another example I can give. Like in an accident, plane crash, thousands of people fell in an ocean. Somebody went there and he collected everybody's jacket from there. And one person went there and only rescued one person. who is severe. He rescued only one person. Another person collected everybody's jacket from the mobile phone. In Hari Bhakti Shuddhada, Prahlad Maharaj, while satisfying Lord Nishimade by his prayers, is saying, "My dear Lord of the universe, I am feeling transcendental pleasure in your presence and have become merged in the ocean of happiness. I now consider the happiness of Brahmananda to be no more than the water in the impression left by a cow's footprint in the earth compared to this ocean of bliss." Those who are the village boy, they may have or village girl, they have experience. In the rainy season, when there is mud, when the cow goes there with a footprint, there is little hole and water accumulates there. So Brahmananda is compared with that type of thing. Water collected the footprint of, and devotional service is like ocean. Similarly, it is confirmed. It's confirmed in Bhavartha Divika by Siddharth Shami's commentary. Siddharth Shami's commentary on the Srimad Bhagavatam. There, Siddharth Shami is saying, "My dear Lord, some of the fortunate person who are swimming in the ocean of your nectar of devotion and who are relishing nectar no minimize religiousness, gratification, liberation." So, dharma, artha, kam, moksha. this time will minimize one devotion. That is why this fourth thing, Chatur Purushartha, Dharma Artha Kamma, and devotion, Krishna is fifth one, Pancham Purushartha, goal of life. Such a transcendental devotee regards any kind of happiness other than devotional service is no better than the straw in the street. Other type of the happiness is in front of the pure devotee of Krishna, other any type of happiness no better than a straw in the street. And last one of symptoms, characteristics of pure devotional service. What is that? Attracting Krishna. This is Sanskrit called Sri Krishna Akarshani. Sri Krishna Akarshani. What is Krishna's name? Madan Mohan. He can attract, everybody is attracted by Kamdev, Madan. And Madan Mohan, Madan also attracted by Krishna. That is a Krishna's name, Madan Mohan. And Krishna is attracted by Radharani. That is Radharani's Madan Mohan Mohini. What is Radharani? Radharani means pure devotion. So here Prabhupada explains nicely how our pure devotion attracts even Krishna. Srila Rupa Goswami has stated that devotional service attracts even Krishna. Krishna attracts everyone. But devotional service attracts Krishna. As Krishna attracts everyone, Sarvakarshak. From that word comes Krishna. The symbol of devotional service is the highest degree in Radharani. Krishna is called Madan Mohan, which means that he is so attractive that he can defeat the attraction of thousands of pupils. But Radharani is still more attractive, for she can even attract Krishna. There, devotees call her Radharani Madan Mohan Mohini, the attractor of. To perform devotional service means to follow the footsteps of Radharani. And devotees in Vrindavan put themselves under the care of Radharani in order to achieve perfection in their devotional service. In other words, devotional service is not an activity of the material. It is directly under the control of Radharani. Bhagavad Gita is confirmed that the Mahatmas are great souls under the protection of the Prakriti, internal energy. What is the verse? Mahatmanastu Mangpartha Devi Prakriti Masi. Mahatma is not by giving stamp and him the Mahatma. No. Mahatma means Devi internal energy, the servant of Radharani. The servant of Radharani, they are Mahatma. So being directly under the control of the internal bodies of Krishna, devotional service attracts even Krishna himself. This fact is corroborated by Krishna in the 11th canto of Srimad, 12th chapter, first verse, where he says, "My dear Mita, you may know it from me, that the attraction I feel for devotional service rendered by my devotees is not to be attained even by the performance of mystic yoga, philosophical speculation, ritualistic sacrifice, the study of Veda, the practice of severe austerities, or the giving of anything in charity." There are so many verses are there to explain that. Yeah, who was quoting from Bhagavatam 12. There are, of course, very nice activities, but they are not as attractive to me as the transcendental loving service rendered by my devotees. How Krishna becomes attracted by devotional service of his devotees is described by Narada in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, 37th verse. 7th Canto, 10th chapter, 37th verse. There Narada addresses King Yudhishthira, while the king is appreciating the glories of the character of Prahlad Maharaj. A devotee always appreciates the activities of other devotees. Yudhishthira Maharaj was appreciating the qualities of Prahlad. And that is one symptom of a pure devotee. Appreciating other devotees, the quality of pure devotee. A pure devotee never thinks himself as great. He always thinks that other devotees are greater than himself. The king was thinking, Yudhishthira Maharaj was thinking, Prahlad Maharaj is actually a devotee of the Lord, while I am nothing. And while thinking this, he was addressed by Narada as follows. Narada is saying to Yudhishthira, wow, Yudhishthira, my dear King Yudhishthira, in this world, you, the Pandava brothers, are the only fortunate. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has appeared on this planet and is presenting himself to you as an ordinary human being. He is always with you in all circumstances. He is living with you and covering himself from the eyes of others. Others cannot understand that he is the Supreme Lord, but he is still living with you as your cousin, as your friend, and even as your messenger. Therefore, you must know that nobody in this world is more fortunate than you. In Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna appeared in his universal form, Arjuna prayed, my dear Krishna, I thought of you as my cousin brother, and so I have shown disrespect to you in so many ways, calling you Krishna, oh friend, but you are so great that I could not understand. Shakiti matta prashabham jaduktam. He Krishna, he Jadav, he Shakiti. Arjuna said Krishna by saying Vishnu, oh Krishna, without knowing your greatness. I sometimes just, oh Krishna, oh, even sleeping, walking, eating, I have so many times I have disrespected. What does it mean? I have disrespected you. So being the Lord, I have disrespected, but you have tolerated. Why you tolerate? Just love. If somebody is slapping, can you tolerate? If a mother slaps you, how will you feel? You will tolerate. Mother loves. But if somebody does not love you, can you tolerate? Like one or Krishna is tolerating. Not in tolerating. He is enjoying. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami said that Krishna is saying, when my friends forcefully climb on my chest, mother chastised me, Gopi chastised me. That type of chastisement more sweeter than the Vedic mantras recited by the Brahmanas. So that was the position of the Pandavas. Although Krishna is the supreme personal Godhead, the greatest among all greats, still he remained with those royal brothers, being attracted by their devotion, by their relationship, and by their love. That is the proof of how great this process of devotional service is. It can attract even the Supreme Personality of God. God is great, but devotional service is greater than God because it attracts him. People who are not in devotional service can never understand that what great value they are is in rendering service to the Lord. It's very important to do. A rarity of devotional service. Anything, when you do, is very important. Like if you go to the market, everything free. If you don't know the greatness, rarity, gold and potato brinjal, oh, I can take everything free, I can take potatoes. If you don't know the rarity of gold. The same way, it's very, very important to know the rarity. The devotional service is so rare. If you understand only, then it most very important to practice devotional service. Rupa Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was explaining to Rupa Goswami in the Sashramadga 10 days. There he started the rarity of devotional service. Then he explained devotion. Before giving this knowledge, he explained the rarity of devotional service. And he started with the verse, Brahmanda Bhramita Kana Bhagavavanji. This is the rarity of devotional service. So what we are practicing by the mercy of Krishna, by the true path is called how is rare we should understand. Otherwise, we neglect it. Very, very important. Hare Krishna. Good question. Okay, Shuman.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Maharaj, this verse that Prahlad Maharaj says that merely by personal efforts or the instructions of higher authorities one cannot attain to the stage of devotional service. So I understand the first part which says personal efforts, but the second one, instruction of higher authorities one cannot enter to devotional service, means if one follows the instruction. Can you elaborate further on this point?
Higher authorities, yes. Like just imagine, I am telling you are a girl. You want to get married to king. And you are trying to get married. And I am a higher authority. I am also telling, go and get married to king. So that means it should be when the king will approve, only you will get married. Devotee can keep Krishna, yeah, okay. But that should be approved by Krishna. That is the point. Devotee can give Krishna, it's true. But still, that control is with Krishna. That devotee should be that type of power. A higher authority, he has a higher authority, not a pure devotee. Higher authority. Everybody can give Krishna. But still, like if you go to Krishna, Radhani requests, okay, you accept him. Krishna, no, I don't like it. They commit that mistake. Krishna may be, but Radha, no, I know him, that was not his mistake. He did. So then again, he accepts. But it should be approved by Krishna. Is it clear?
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you. So,
but we are sure that if pure devotee request, Krishna cannot reject. So our thing that how we can please Krishna. If we please pure devotee, Krishna will not only. Yashoda's Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I'm audible. Maharaj, the question is about Krishna gives us happiness and he gives liberation, but not pure bhakti. And we see that Putana, she didn't have this desire. Uh, she did have material desires. She didn't have a desire for devotion, and she didn't want to achieve devotional service. So how did Krishna allow this to happen to Putana?
Why are telling about Putana? Only one Putana. There are no other example. That is real. Why it happens? Krishna knows that. Does not want. But as Mother Jashoda gave Krishna to Putana's lap, drink her milk. So when Ma Jashoda can give, how can Krishna refuse? Even Krishna is ready to accept poison. And as he accepts poison from the breast of the mother, so Krishna has to give the respect of mother. This is rare. How many times Jashoda will do this type of mistake? Rare. Because Jashoda so love for Krishna that she cannot control Krishna's crying. So that is why, without seeing any other hope, she put in Putana's lap. And her mother gave, so Krishna has to do full mother's desire. So she sucked breast and she became mother. But we should not try for that.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Devotional. So, Maharaj, I just wanted to understand, regarding the Mayavadis, like why they don't want to accept the personal feature of the Lord. Is it because their intelligence or the material intelligence is covered with the material enjoyment, or what is the basic reason behind this? Because I was actually preaching someone, and he was not attracted towards the feature or the pastimes towards the Lord, rather than he wanted to go technicalities of the things.
Yeah, I don't want to suffer. I want liberty. Is it not material enjoyment? That is.
I don't want to suffer.
If I want to be liberated, that means I don't want to suffer. What does it mean? Isn't it material desire? I don't want to suffer. That means I want. Is not
It's
material.
material. It's material desire.
It's material.
Yeah.
And if we accept Krishna has form, then you have to serve him. They don't want to serve. That is another thing. If you accept Krishna's form, Krishna is Lord, he's in front of you. Krishna is in front of you. You have to cook for him. You have to make all the arrangement for him. But if you don't accept his form, you have not to do anything, just enjoy. So what does it mean?
They don't want to serve.
There's no mood for service. They're fearful to accept. If they're so intelligent, if everybody we have our form and he who has created, how we come to formless? There's no common sense. If we have form, how form can come without form? Maybe in the sky, when you see the cloud, we have form. And before it is forming form, when it was evaporated, that time was no form. Does it mean that from formless the form has come? No. We are rascal, we cannot see. This evaporation come from that has form in the ocean, in the form of water. But due to our ignorance, we cannot see the form of vapor. After that, we can see as a cloud. So if we don't see, you cannot comment that, oh, cloud is formed, is come from formless. No, it is not. Cloud has formed because water has formed. In the middle, there is a vapor. Vapor, we have not seen that. As Krishna's spiritual form, we cannot see. That is why it's over there is no form. Who has given that authority to tell that? You have not seen that form. That is you have not seen America. There is no America because I have not seen. You have not seen. That is because as I have not seen America, there is no America. Rascal please. Yeah.
Yes, Krishna, thank you.
Okay, last question, Lekha.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Maharaj, I have two questions. First question is when it was said in the verse that we need the dust of the lotus feet of a pure devotee, then is it mean the practical physical lust of the lotus feet of a devotee,
Both.
like from the slippers?
Both
Means
shoes and dust is literal meaning also. Also, if you can respect the dust like that, then how much you respect the words coming from his mouth? Just imagine.
right.
If you respect some dust like that, how much you respect his feet and how much you respect his head, how much you respect what's coming from his mouth. See, at least if you respect the dust, that means you're respecting everybody. But if you respect only the what's coming from his mouth, you may not respect his shoes. But if you respect the dust, then you are respecting the shoes, respecting the whole body, against everything. Is it clear?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, just second question. Maharaj, I feel I somewhat complain a lot of times that Prabhujis in our movement get lot of opportunities and lot of training more than Matajis. And when I hear stories about Srila Prabhupada,
It is your discredit because you are not giving training.
you are not.
You are not training the other girls. You have joined ISKCON for how many years? Why not giving training to the other girls? It is your discredit.
But Guru Maharaj, I have to be trained first, then I can train others.
Who has trained Srila Prabhupada?
Okay.
You already trained. Now DOS and so many courses. Prabhupada never did that, of course. So we have did that. Whatever you learned, you do. Please to other. As no for girls facility, you are telling me or I should tell you. I'll claim to you, why are you not doing that? You got 17 lakh package. You are running after that. Not concerned about other girls. Fortunately, Lekha got on package of job nearly 17 lakh rupees package. So she got a nice package. She forgot about preaching. Oh, I'll give money, somebody will do preaching. Okay, use that money for preaching. Give other, those are preaching, give money to them. If you have no time. Okay.
No, Guru Maharaj, I'll try to preach.
Okay. Now do job also. Don't do that. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada. Nectar Division.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam.